Hello, and welcome to Beyond Books, where we talk about books from Book of the Month Club and beyond. So today I have a quick wrap-up video that will just kind of review what I have read in January. I can't believe it's already the last day of the month, and tomorrow will already be time to do the February TBR, believe it or not. So for today, let's see how I did in January. First of all, I started out with a book called Along the Edge of America, and that is by Peter Jenkins. I got that book from the library, and that is a book about Mr. Jenkins' travels along the Gulf Coast. He starts out in Key West and ends up, oh boy, all the way around, down along the coast of Texas. So he goes through the entire area of the United States as far as the Gulf Coast is concerned. I enjoyed that book very much. Great book. My review is on Goodreads. And there is another video that I will link down below where I talked about that book. My next book was the first one I read as part of the Banned Books Project, #24BB, where we're reading 24 banned books in 2024. And that first one that I read is 1984 by George Orwell. I did talk about this actually a couple of times. Again, I'll put links below, but I also have a fairly recent video where I reviewed this and two other banned books that I read for January. The next book I read is from the Book of the Month Club. It was my selection for January, and that is Interesting Facts About Space. The author is Emily Austin. This was a fun and quirky read, just a nice, interesting little story about a girl who's, a young lady who is 26 years old, and just kind of what she's going through, her trials and tribulations, and kind of what she ends up getting out of that. So I also enjoyed this book. It was a quick read. It was fun, very enjoyable. Good choice for Book of the Month. My next book for January was another banned book, Bridge to Terabithia by Catherine Patterson. Again, this is in the video that I'll link below where I review the 3 banned books I read in January. The next one is Untamed by Glennon Doyle. I did an entire review of this on my YouTube channel. I will put a link below. This is somewhat of a memoir, but it also has some self-help information in it. It was a good book. Definitely worth a read. This was probably my favorite book of the month, and that is To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. I knew some things about the story. It wasn't absolutely new to me, but wow, I just never realized how much is in here, the depth of the story, how well written it is. My only criticism is that maybe the first, I would say probably 10 or 12 pages, it's a little hard to get into. The perspective is kind of interesting because it is from the perspective of a very young girl, maybe about 6 years old. That's Scout. You've probably heard that name before as the character. But she also talks in a language that is much more adult. And then also there are the Southern, things are written with the Southern accent and the little Southern, peculiarities of speech that occur in all states, really. So between all of those things and the fact that she introduces all of the characters in her neighborhood, it does make the first few pages somewhat of a challenge. But once you get past that, and once you start to know the characters and get into it and get into that perspective, wow, this is a good book that I truly, truly enjoyed. My last book, and I still need to read probably the last 50 or 60 pages of it. I'm almost done, but not quite. I'll get it done tonight. That is Patricia Cornwell's Unnatural Death. I believe that this is number 27 or 28 in the Kay Scarpetta series. It's the most recent one of that series anyway. She has a couple of other series that she's written, but none anywhere near as extensive as the Kay Scarpetta series. Dr. Kay Scarpetta is a medical examiner. Happens to be now, again, for the state of Virginia. She had started out in Virginia. She went to Florida. She went to Massachusetts. And now she's back in Virginia in these most recent ones. And I've been reading this series for 35 years. I truly enjoy it. And Patricia Cornwell is an author that I really, really admire. If you have a chance to read anything about her life, it's interesting, and she's a very accomplished person. So I appreciate her books very much. So that's January. It was an enjoyable month. I got myself through 7 books, which is, for me, a good month as far as quantity, but the quality was up there too. So I want to say thank you to everyone so far on my channel who has liked and subscribed. It is very encouraging to me when I see comments from all of you, and I do appreciate your remarks. I appreciate any feedback that you have for me, constructive of course, and know that I watch your channels as well. Maybe I don't always comment, but I do watch a lot of now book reviews, and I've enjoyed doing this, so I'm going to keep it up. All right, so you're the author of your own story, right? So make it a good one, craft it well, and always go beyond. Thank you for watching.